He was tired of being a failure. His name was Arjun, and he had made the same promise to himself 100 times. This time will be different. Every month, every week, sometimes, every morning, he would feel the fire, make big plans, work like his life depended on it, for 2 days, maybe 3. And then, the fire would die, the excuses would return, and Arjun would be right back where he started, hating himself for failing again. But the worst part wasn't the failure. It was the look in his father's eyes. His father never yelled, never lectured. He just looked at Arjun with a quiet disappointment that never turned into words. Every morning, his father walked to the fields before sunrise. Every evening he returned after dark. No excuses, no breaks. For 30 years, and Arjun couldn't keep a promise to himself for 1 week. That silence between them hurt more than any words ever could. One evening, unable to face that look again, Arjun wandered to the edge of the village. That's when he heard it, a soft, rhythmic sound, like a heartbeat, made of clay. He followed the sound to a small hut. Inside sat an old man, the village potter. His hands moved slowly over a spinning wheel, shaping wet clay into something beautiful. The walls were lined with hundreds of pots, a lifetime of patience sitting on shelves. The old man didn't look up. "Sit," he said. "You look like someone running from himself." Arjun sat on the dusty floor. "I keep failing," he whispered. "I make plans. I feel motivated. And then I stop. Every single time." The old potter nodded, as if he'd heard this story 1,000 times. "Come back tomorrow, before sunrise. I'll show you why." The next morning, the potter handed him wet clay. "Make a pot." Arjun pressed his foot on the wheel. It began to spin. He put his hands on the clay, and within seconds, it collapsed. He tried again, collapsed. Again, collapsed. After an hour, his hands were covered in mud, and he had nothing. "I can't do this," he muttered. The old potter sat beside him. His wrinkled hands touched the clay, slowly, gently, no force, no hurry. The wheel turned, and the clay rose, perfectly. Arjun stared. "How?" The potter looked at him. "You want to know why you keep failing? Because you come like a storm. All your energy at once, then nothing. But the clay doesn't care about your energy, Arjun. It doesn't care if you're inspired. It only responds to steady hands." He placed his palm on Arjun's chest. Motivation is like a monsoon. It comes with thunder. It floods everything. And then it's gone. But discipline? Discipline is like the river. It doesn't rush. It doesn't stop. And over time, it carves through stone. He pointed to the pots lining every wall. "Do you think I made all of these when I felt inspired? I made them when I was tired, when my hands ached, when my heart wasn't in it. I made them because I showed up every single day for 40 years. He handed Arjun another lump of clay. "You can keep waiting for the fire to return, or you can sit at this wheel tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that. Not because you feel like it, because you decided to." Something shifted inside Arjun. He realized he had spent years worshipping motivation, waiting for it to save him. But motivation was never coming to save him. He had to save himself. "I'll be here tomorrow," Arjun said. The potter smiled. "I know." The next day, Arjun returned. His pot collapsed. The day after, collapsed. A week passed, a month, 3 months. His pots were crooked, uneven, broken. His hands blistered. His back ached. Some mornings he wanted to quit more than anything, but he didn't. He just showed up. Then one morning, 6 months later, something happened. His hands moved without thinking. The clay rose, steady, smooth, and for the first time, the pot held its shape. Arjun looked at it. It wasn't perfect, but it was real, and he wept. Years later, a young boy came to Arjun's workshop. "How did you become so successful?" Arjun smiled, the same smile the old potter once gave him. "I stopped waiting to feel ready. I just showed up. Every day, no matter what." That's it? That's everything. So let me ask you, how long have you been waiting for motivation to save you? What if the problem was never your lack of motivation? What if it was waiting for motivation at all? The clay doesn't care if you're inspired. Your life doesn't care if you feel ready. It only responds to steady hands. So show up today. Not because you feel like it, but because you decided to. Besides, that's discipline, and discipline will build the life that motivation only dreams about.